presented by Memphis Shades, the clear choice for custom windshields and fairings for your motorcycle. And Wild Ass Seats, stay in the saddle longer and in total comfort no matter your butt or budget.
So Tony, what's this? I saw something about something you did. What did you do this last weekend?
Did you just go full Michael Landon mode?
We did, man. We went four-wheeling out in the gorge. And
did you hit the Red Tip Gorge?
Yeah, we were at Red River Gorge. You've been there, haven't you, Nappy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't camped there or rented cabins or anything.
So yeah, we went out there and four-wheeled for a couple days.
Did you go out there with your boys?
Yeah, I had boys. It was a good time.
Nice.
My asshole was puckered up, but
do you know someone who's got land for four-wheeling, or do you have to?
No, it's all in the park.
Area?
So in Daniel Boone Daniel Boone National Forest, there's a place. There's an actual trail called the Daniel Boone Backwoods Byway.
Yeah, that sounds like ass raping country to me.
It's 60 miles of off-road trails.
Cool.
That goes in and out of the park, and they also have one called the Kentucky Adventure Trail, which is 1,000 miles.
So let me ask you,
off-road.
What do they charge for the banjo rentals while you're there?
Well, the tooth to tattoo ratio is strong.
Choose your trail.
I will say that.
Choose your amount of teeth.
I noticed you said that trail goes in and out a lot. Is what I got out of that.
Yeah, it's you just don't go there willy-nilly, man. You'll get fucked up pretty quick. I found that out. So
yeah, did you guys get stuck?
You kind of got to know. Yeah, man. I mean, it's fucking fuzzy. You know what I mean? At one point,
you have to use your winch to get you out.
No, we never had to break the winch out. But at one point, I had water like halfway up my door.
No shit.
Yeah.
Do you have a snorkel on your truck?
No. I was sweating it, dude. I was like, oh my God. Because you're like riding up creeks, and there was this other trail that we hit where literally we had a rock face on the left side of us. And on the right side of us was just a fucking 100 feet straight down. And I mean, it's barely wide enough for the truck.
Sound like a fucking truck commercial.
Yeah.
Cool rock.
And I mean, you're going up this fucking thing, dude, and you can't even see the trail. You're just seeing sky. Yeah. That's how steep you are.
Were you like, did you have your window down? You were leaning out to see
make
sure you were still on the road?
No. So what it is we had this guy that took us.
Yeah.
And he got up there, and then he's on a radio.
Okay.
And he's telling you to steer driver or passenger as you're going up because you can't see.
Oh my God! Have
your
balls descended yet?
Do what? Oh, dude!
Have your balls descended yet?
Yeah. By the time I got up there, I was like, if there was a place to turn around, I would be back down this motherfucker. I'll tell you that right now. But no, so yeah, he did a lot of that stuff where he's on the radio and he's like passenger, and that's the way you steer, and he tells you which way to steer because you can't see.
Good God,
that's crazy.
Sounds like a fun time.
Do you have to sign a waiver? Do you have to sign a waiver in case you go off the cliff?
No. He did a pretty good job. Like, so Jay went and he's got a Land Cruiser, but he's got cameras all around the bottom of his, so he could see what he was doing. But me and Jacob, he was behind me in his truck, and we're like, fuck. This is sketchy as a bitch, man.
Yeah.
Do you guys have radios in your truck then too?
Yeah, so you get these little handheld GMRS like walkie-talkies. It's like a step up from a CB basically. And that's how you keep in touch because there's no cell service.
Oh, I thought you had a radio just wired right into your truck already. I thought that was part of that.
No, they're just little handheld things, and that way you can convey back and forth the whole time because it was definitely more than I bargained for. Let's just say that. I was expecting a little dirt trail.
And then you camped?
Yeah.
And then you camped out there? So did you bring food and everything out there too?
Yeah, man.
Coolers of food? Would you cook on a grill or what'd you do?
A little Coleman stove, a little propane stove.
Jesus. Did you become Daniel Boone this weekend?
I did, dude. I did. I think actually I got home and I started planning a trip to Utah. That's no
Oh
shit.
wow.
Where's
I'm
your
gonna-
furry hat?
Me and the wife we're gonna go to the Ozarks. We're gonna go to Colorado and then over to Utah.
You're going to start in
when
the
you doing
Ozarks?
that?
I mean, that's prime ass raping country in the Ozarks.
I know. We're gonna have to find a place there, but what we're trying to do is keep it like 500 miles a day.
Wow.
When are you doing
know.
that?
I don't know. Probably in August.
Damn.
Damn, you're traveling a lot, man, that time this summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going out to South Dakota, then you're going to go out, then you're going to go
Yep.
even further west.
Then I'm gonna go further west, man. We're gonna go
He's
out
all
to
in
Utah.
this year.
But with
He's like, I've never left
wheels-
Kentucky. I'm doing it all this year.
But he's
Yeah.
going to do it that second trip in 4 wheels with a wife in the
Yeah.
passenger seat. So that's even more difficult than riding the bike out.
Yeah. That.
Well, it depends
that-
on your
what
wife. I don't
what are
like
you
your
saying,
attitude,
Dave?
Dave.
Hey,
You're assuming that all wives don't want to go four wheeling.
4-wheeling has nothing to do with it.
So
no,
what
I'm
you're
interested.
really saying is that you don't want to be with your wife in a truck.
So how did you
We're
how
not
did
truck
you
people.
how did you do it, Tony? Did you you roughed it the whole weekend? With no shower?
Well, dude, I'm
No
gonna.
anything?
No, dude, they got. Oh, I didn't use those sketchy ass showers. You know what I mean? But no, dude, that rooftop tent. I mean, it's not like a ground tent. I mean, it's got a 4-inch memory foam mattress in it, and I got sheets and pillows and blankets and
What's what's a rooftop tent?
It's a tent that mounts on my truck. It sets on top of the truck. It sets on the bed rack of the truck, and then it unfolds.
So that's a camper.
Yeah, it's basically a tent that sets
mini
on top of
camper.
on top of the roof. It's a
Those things have
regular-
power on the inside of them, Tony?
No, I got a little like jackery little battery power station, so you can like power iPhones and lights and stuff.
You
like
you
that
went
up
balls deep into this, didn't you?
there. Yeah, dude. I mean, I really did. I kind of jumped in with both feet. I got caught up in it.
Yeah.
Are you becoming a prepper?
No, it's not really a prepper, but I can go out in the woods. I can say that.
Did you buy cases of dehydrated food?
No, fuck that.
Okay, you're not a prepper yet.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Did you bring
But,
jerky with you though? At least.
No jerky.
Oh, you see, you haven't done it right until you rehydrate jerky,
Dude,
cooking
I'm
it
not
in,
going that
in
fucking
some
deep.
ramen noodle packages. That actually
No, I'm
works
not.
really good, dude. It's
I'm not
really
going
good.
that deep.
Yeah, I we've used it at camping all the time. When we've gone motorcycle camping, you bring some ramen noodles and then you bring a bag of beef jerky and you cut up the jerky and put it in with your ramen noodles and cook it together and it rehydrates the jerky so you have like ramen noodles with meat.
I can
It's
see
actually
that's
not
good if you
bad,
got
dude.
the-
It's not bad.
Not bad.
If you got the black pepper stuff, it adds some good flavor to that ramen.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I
It's
just
really
go
not
to
that bad.
McDonald's. They got all these restaurants in these towns that's
Fucking
right next
Uber
to where
Eats,
you're
man.
at.
Call Uber Eats. Tell them to get
You,
the.
you told
know,
me you were
hook up that
roughing
shit
it.
with
You were
food.
roughing it. You went to
Yeah,
the
I can
restaurant
see-
after.
Hey
this?
man, when I'm
If
when
he has
I'm
a
not in a
mattress, he's not
hotel,
roughing it.
that's roughing it.
Yeah.
I could see if he did a video like he looks like he's out in the woods by himself, and you turn it 90 degrees, and there's a fucking McDonald's and a Wendy's right next door.
That's hilarious.
Dude, when
That's
we
about
do
it.
our motorcycle trips, when we come down to see you guys, that like middle day, we camp at this, or we don't camp. We get a hotel at the sketchiest place we can find. The last place, there was like some dude just like shooting up in a garage right outside where we were
Jesus.
sleeping. I mean, we just find the sketchiest place we can find. Like I tell my wife, find a place for under $100.
Oh my God.
I had an electric blanket up in that bitch. I was good.
Listen to this guy.
Man, you really were prepared.
When you guys go out to Utah, are you going to be like parking in Cracker Barrel parking lots and sleeping at night?
No. Actually,
Cracker
I'm in the
Barrel.
middle of like planning the thing now, to where you actually camp in the state parks. So
I think Walmart lets you
I
park
think
in
that'd be
their
fun.
parking
Yeah, no,
lots, too.
Walmart. Any Walmart, you can sleep in the parking lot.
So do you have one of those composting things so you can shit in a composting toilet and then
No.
you
No.
have to,
No.
you dump it out in the middle of the woods?
No, but I am maxed out in the truck without adding another battery.
Is if a bear hits you, if a bear hears a shit in the middle of the woods, Tony, are you actually doing it?
No. No, it is cool though. It was pretty fun. It was.
Wasn't
cool to
it
go out with
cold
the
last
boys.
weekend?
Yeah, man, but I had a heated blanket and shit. I was good up there.
Do you have heated gear for your quads?
No. For what?
They didn't need quads.
We were in the truck.
They were four-wheeling in the truck, not in quads.
Oh, I thought you went four-wheeling out with quads.
No,
with
we
their
were in,
trucks.
We were
Oh,
in
so you
that
just
what you
went for
call
a fucking, you
four-wheelers?
just went
You
for a
call them
fucking
quads?
drive in a truck.
I wouldn't
We've
say
never-
a
I've
drive
never
in a
called it a
truck,
quad.
but yeah.
That's what those uppity people on the East Coast, Brittany, call a four-wheeler.
Oh,
They
that
call
makes
them
more
quads.
sense.
The quads.
We just call them
Yeah.
four-wheelers in
Yeah.
the Midwest.
Well, how do you
They're
know
not
the difference
fancy.
between
That's
your car four-wheeler and your quad four-wheeler?
Because nobody calls a car a four-wheeler.
Yeah, they did.
But it has four wheels.
Nobody calls it that. You call
Yeah,
it
you
a
just
car.
call it a car.
I just call it a fucking car.
Well, I'm
Ding,
with
ding,
Ryan
ding.
on this one.
Score
That-
one
that
for
must be an
Brittany.
uppity word.
Well, lotto
I
ticket,
have
this
never
shit don't
seen
happen.
anyone go around. I'm taking my four-wheeler out. No, that's like an ATV off-road.
I'm going to take the quad out this weekend. Thank you.
Hey,
That comes with the cappuccino maker.
Going around to
It
get
could.
You can
coffee
have
in my
your
quad.
espresso.
you can get all kinds of shit on those quads, man.
Stop saying that word.
They were out there. They were out there when we were out there for sure.
So you
To
slept
ride on
you
my
so,
quad.
so you
I'm glad you
went out
brought
there
this
and
up,
truck- you
Tony,
slept in a
because-
tent. Did you have to drink bottled water and everything, Tony?
No, man, I have a water tank on the side of the truck.
Fuck.
The fuck, Ogre?
Did you piss in it like Kevin Costner and drink it after?
You have a.
It was
You
a
really
pure-
did go all out with your truck.
Yeah,
so
no,
your
I
truck
got
is now dedicated
I got
for
8
camping.
gallons that I got 8 gallons that mounts on the side of the truck.
Did you have to
Well,
use your
shit.
fuel,
The
did you
next
have to
time
use
we
your
go
reserve
out,
fuel
we're
tanks?
inviting you.
Do what?
Did you have to use your reserve fuel tanks?
No.
Do you have fuel in them though?
Yeah, I had fuel in one of them, but yeah, no, it's you're you're really no further than 20 miles from a gas station at any time, and we were out there 6 hours and only burned fucking 3 gallons of gas
Sure.
because
So
I mean
that's
you're only
a familiar
doing
habit.
you're only doing 3 miles an hour. You know what I mean?
So, question: how many miles did you do in that truck over the weekend?
Little like 300.
How many miles have you done on your bike this year?
Nothing. Not a damn one.
The truck is way warmer, Dustin, and it has.
Way warmer.
Yeah, we had a
has
few
four
Oh
wheels.
my
warm
God, it was
days,
75
but
degrees today.
Did you guys have warm weather down there?
Yeah, it was beautiful today.
it wasn't 75, but it got up to 70.
It was beautiful, but unfortunately, I can't ride to work.
Dave, did you have warm weather too?
Me either, Tony.
Well, it was definitely warmer than it was when I was riding, a few days ago.
Sure.
I think we got to like upper 50s today. It's going to be winter's pretty much over here. I mean, we're
Okay.
going
Yeah,
to the 60s.
Yeah,
this week.
we're on the back end of it too. I
So
think here finally.
I have to tell everybody out here because everybody's not in our group chat, but I have to say that both Dave and Dustin have officially entered the honorary White Walkers Club because both Dustin, what was it? Was it 29? Is that what you said to me in the text? Is that what you said? It was 29 when you
Saturday morning. It was
on
29
Saturday
when I
morning.
left the house,
Okay.
yeah.
When you
Why
rode out?
in the fuck would you go riding when it's 29 degrees out?
I
I'm
don't
not a
know. I'm
pussy.
with you. It's so cold, though. I hate being cold. It's
Dude,
just,
I
ugh.
did over 600 miles in 30-degree weather on interstate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
So
fun.
How
days.
was that?
If
It was a little cool, but I had all the heated gear on and had it cranked up to 155.
Did it work?
It did. Was still cold, and funny thing is, like 650 miles, almost 700 miles, didn't see one fucking bike on the road. Couldn't figure that one out.
That's because
Yeah,
it was
sure.
30 fucking degrees.
Yeah, but I can say I did it. It was a good challenge, and I'm expecting a phone call tomorrow to let me know that I won the ice butt challenge. I'm hoping.
The ice mocha
Bunch.
challenge.
Yeah,
ice testicle challenge.
yeah, and
So-
it was, man. It was the
So-
testicles
So did
were
you
icy.
have to get off your bike and like teabag your nuts in warm water to bring your body temperature up?
No, you know, the heated gear did a great job. I mean, did a really, really good job.
So, this is what I experienced with heated gear, and tell me if you experienced the same thing, Dave. Did you think that it was also a good like wind blocker or windbreaker kind of protection also besides the actual heat?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Mine aren't like yours. You know, I gave up chasing the field shear. I do have the pants. The field shear absolutely stops all wind. I was using hot wired, so I had a jacket liner and pants liner. I did not use the heated insoles, which was a mistake. I realized on the way up. So I ended up putting my Harley Gators over my boots to block the wind. But yeah, no, it did the job.
Yeah, so, I found that you can ride in way colder temperatures than you anticipate if you have that gear to just keep your core warm.
Now, the one thing it did make a huge difference, and I'm glad that initially I wasn't going to get the gloves.
Oh yeah, you got to get the gloves.
So glad, because you know the heated gear, the elements on the gloves are on the top of your hand.
Yep.
So you know, every now and then I just I put the cruise on, and then I just kind of let go of the controls and push my fingers to the top of the glove to get heated up. But
nice.
Yeah. One of the things I always did too was it actually, the wind against your hand pushes the heat through the glove a little bit even too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that for me, it was always about the hands. It was always about how cold my hands got, determined really made a difference in my temperature. And once I was able to keep my hands warm consistently, then kind of everything else kind of followed suit. But yeah, that's good. I mean, I'm glad that you had kind of a similar experience with heated gear that I have, because I've been preaching this thing to you guys for 3 years at least about this heated gear, and not obviously, it's not appropriate for everybody in every location, but if you're going to ride when it's cold, man, it's a hell of an investment, because it really does make a big difference. And it actually can make cold weather riding enjoyable, because one of the things I found, and I don't know if you found this to be true, Dave, is that an air-cooled Harley Davidson runs like a fucking dream when it's cold out.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I did about 2,000 miles in the last 7 weeks.
Okay.
So besides that trip, I just did that trip to kind of top off miles for the
where did you go,
Ice Butt Challenge. Went up to Pittsburgh. So I'm actually going to shoot a video on this, some recommendations, but one thing that I didn't consider when I was planning that trip out was the change in elevation through the mountains. Totally spaced it. I've done that ride, I don't know how many times.
It's cold as a motherfucker up there, doesn't it?
But dude, I mean, I hit the bottom around 33 degrees. I know it dropped at least 10, 15 degrees as I was going through the mountains and changing elevation.
And your heated gear didn't keep you warm enough when you got through that portion of it?
Well, I was chilled, but I mean, the thing with riding in cold weather, the most important thing is keep the core warm, right? So I actually had 4 layers on.
Okay.
I had a t-shirt, and then I had the liner, and I had another thing, and then I had my jacket. So my core was
testicles are important too, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. But, and the other thing to remember is I don't have lowers.
Oh yeah.
So the feet were more challenging than the hands for sure. But
I'm actually thinking about picking up some soft lowers for the trip to Sturgis, just in case we hit rain or some.
It helps.
Less
I mean,
desirable.
The soft lowers are going to be, after I do some changes to my bike, I'll be going back to soft lowers, and I won't keep them on all the time, but I'll definitely use it for long trips and for rain and for cold, because there's a lower leg fatigue that the lowers actually really help with, and obviously with the cold too. So
yeah, definitely in wet.
Yeah, for sure. If you have lowers on and you're riding in rain, there's a whole bunch of rain that doesn't touch you if you've got lowers on.
Yeah, even if it's not raining and the roads are still wet, you still get that rainwater from the road on your shins, and it ain't cool when you got to go to work with wet jeans.
No. I bought those Harley Gators probably 3 years ago one of the best investments in gear I've ever made. I mean, I keep those in my saddlebag, and if I even think the roads are going to get wet, or I've got an app I use called On the Way, where you put in kind of your route where you are, and then the route going and it gives you an hour by hour update on the weather and the road conditions. So like coming back, I had to adjust my return trip from Pittsburgh because we had rainstorms coming in. And I was able, using that app, to figure out what time I needed to leave on the route to avoid all the rain all the way down. But it would even show me, this section of road's going to be wet. So that's, I put the gaiters on and just freeze right through.
We learned that lesson this last year with all the riding that we did in the rain and the weather and everything, is that, we would check the weather at every gas stop. Especially if we could get to a gas station where you could get public Wi-Fi, we would be checking the weather, checking the radar, see what was going to be where when we were in those locations. Because I'm going to tell you this right now, with Brittany and Tony, you guys need to be aware of this, because this is going to be something new for you. Riding in the upper Midwest in the summertime, I mean, fucking thunderstorms will just pop up out of nowhere. It'll be a perfectly clear blue sky, and you'll ride 100 miles, and it'll look like you're going to get that a tornado is going to tear you down, because it just changes that fast.
Yep.
And we saw that when we were in Sturgis last year, Dave. Remember that? Just seeing those storms roll up over the mountains, just came right in. So, something to consider.
Well, I will say, if you haven't done like a lot of cold weather riding, it's not something I would do every day. But I found this challenge that I signed up for to be really beneficial and rewarding. Our last check-in was Saturday. That's when I got back from Pittsburgh. And, just to plan everything and then experience it, it's like, okay, I did that, but I wouldn't do it every day.
Yeah. I rode back, I think it was from Hogs and Frogs a couple of years, 2 years ago.
I remember that.
From Hogs and Frogs, and it was cold as a motherfucker by the time I got to the upper Midwest and experienced that same kind of thing. And same thing. I rode with my heated gear at maximum temperature all day long. By the time I got home, I think it was 23, 24 degrees. I mean, I could see my breath in my helmet for sure. So, that's the other thing too that you just don't prepare for, is you can keep yourself warm, but if the inside of your helmet's getting fogged up, or the inside of your helmet's getting, the other thing to keep in mind in that cold weather is that you might have your heated gear on, but if you've got exposed skin on your neck, or, I wear I don't even know what it's called, but like I wear a helmet liner on my face that I can pull up and cover my nose and all my, so the only exposed skin is a small patch right around my eyes. Because even though your helmet's on, you still have wind coming up in there. And if you don't block that, that's where, we tease Dave about this a lot, but if you're riding your motorcycle and you wear a nice ascot like Dave wears, that'll keep that wind from blowing up into the upper, from the bottom up into your helmet. My neck
was covered, and that one thing about the Ruroc is it has that really nice tight fit in that chin curtain.
Yeah, and the chin.
So with that gaiter that I had, I was able to keep that up. But when
you had your ascot on though, didn't you? And it kept that wind from blowing up in the other part too.
Not an ascot, but I had my neck protection.
I like to wear a dick sock.
What's a dick sock?
That might have come in handy.
Oh, okay.
That might have come in handy, but with shrinkage, it might.
I leave the ascot at home. The ass sock really doesn't do anything for me.
But said you wear a dick
prefer the
sock?
cock sock.
Oh, the cock sock. Okay.
Yeah.
Me too.
Do they make them 2 inches long and 3 inches around, Tony?
They do.
That's
chicken
good.
of the sea size.
The chicken of the sea
size.
Over on this side,
there's nothing like a good cock sock with the buddy warmers on it too.
I bet.
Just keep, if you when that's warm, I mean, you're good to go.
So Tony, are you going to sell your bike now in the off season after this riding season so you can get more
No, I've been planning rides. So I've gotten into this GPS thing, this fucking app called Gaia GPS.
What is it called?
I think I've seen that one. Yeah.
Gaia?
Yeah.
GAIA, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically what it is, it's a GPS app.
Okay.
But you can overlay different maps on it. So you have like a base map, but then you can overlay like a motorcycle map on top of it. So you can see motorcycle roads and rides and like routes that way.
Okay.
Or you can overlay all these different maps so you can tailor the map to your need and then plan a route. You can actually like plan a route and drop waypoints and all kinds of shit.
Okay.
Nice.
Is it a paid app or is it a free app?
Yeah, it's like $30 a year.
Okay. And so tell me more. So I can overlay maps. Can I bring it into Google? Can I like bring Google Maps into
I can actually like plan a route and I can send it to you over text and you can drop it into your Gaia and see the route that I planned out.
But can you see it in Google Maps? That's the question.
No, you got to use Gaia. It's a GPS. As far as I know, I'm still learning. It's a little bit like fucking like Photoshop or it's deep. It's not it's not something you just open up and put in your destination and you're there. This is more of a planning thing to where
let me know how that goes.
Sounds a little bit like Rever because we had Rever for a while.
Yeah.
I wasn't super happy.
So like this one has, dude, there's probably 500 overlays you can put on there. And one of them's like recreational points where it'll show you like all the rest stops on the way and shit like that. And then you drop waypoints and it's really cool once you get into it. You can spend fucking hours in it.
I think there's a market opportunity here. I mean, I've been doing a lot of research on apps because I'm about to do this big lower 48 tour.
Yeah.
And just finding something that has everything you would want in planning a ride, it's just not there. Every app goes a little bit
you're gonna get
deep, but it doesn't have everything that you would want.
Yeah. This also, you have the ability, like if people, they do a route, you can pull it up and see other people's routes if you had a destination in mind. So they call it tracks, public tracks. So you can follow people's tracks basically.
So what rides are you planning? Obviously you got something in mind. You wouldn't be going.
Well, I was planning the one to Sturgis because I don't think I'm making a beeline to Sturgis. I think I'm fucking going to do a little bit of a fucking loop up in there.
That's smart.
Yeah. And see some shit.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be see some shit on the way, do Sturgis,
book your ass back,
and then haul ass home. Yeah.
You need to plan your weekend to come out here, dude. Get you a little warm-up ride.
Yeah.
That's straight super slab. You'll be here in less than 5 hours.
Yeah, less than that. That should be a quick one. But yeah, I've been
4.5 hours.
looking around doing that, planning the trip out west. And
are you going to do that on your lowrider or on your CVO ST?
I'm going to do that on the lowrider. The CVO
look at this motherfucker. He couldn't even keep a straight face.
Oh, man.
He can't even keep a straight face. That thing still got you all bent up and twisted.
It does, dude.
Tony?
It does. It really does.
I feel like he's lying to us. I feel like he's going to show up. He's going to pull up at Dustin's place on a
I could
CVO ST. That's what's going to happen.
I don't know. It is a cool fucking motorcycle.
I still haven't seen the black one in real life. All I see are the white ones.
Well, the black one, you just take a pair of extra pants.
Hey, Tony, did you know? Did you guys all see? Oh, that fucking guy! Jesus Christ!
That's a badass looking bike, man.
Yeah,
it is, dude. It is.
The only thing I don't like about it, really, is that butt plug thing sticking out the back. I think they really fucked up the rear ends on these bikes. Have you seen it?
Butt plug thing.
I don't
What
see a
butt
butt
plug?
plug.
Have you seen the rear light on it? It's like you got a butt plug sticking out your ass.
Don't know what
You
that
see a
looks
lot
like.
of butt plugs sticking out of people's asses, Dave?
No, but I would imagine it looks like the back
Only
of those
one that
24
lights up.
models.
Only one.
Well, this one lights up.
It sings jingle bells.
Yeah. No, take a
did you
look
all-
at that. Next time you're out looking at the 24.
This one flashes Morse code.
Hey, did you all know that Toby from Kentucky? You all know Toby, right?
Yeah, I know Toby.
You all
Yeah.
know Toby. Do you guys know he got a new bike?
No, what did he?
No, I didn't see that.
You
What'd
guys
he get?
didn't see it. See, he's kept it pretty quiet. I figured him out. He got he bought one of those bikes that Bluegrass did. So he bought a Road Glide. What's that blue and white one? God damn
Oh,
it!
the
I can't
fucking
remember.
Fast Johnny.
He bought the Fast Johnny with the white wheels. He bought a Road Glide Fast Johnny. Is what he did.
That's a good
I
With
looking
the
didn't see
white
that.
wheels that Bluegrass did up real sweet.
Nah, that's
They
a
got
good
one of those
looking
bad
bike.
boys. What are you two fuckers laughing at?
Nothing.
That was
You
good pie.
motherfuckers. That was good pie, huh?
Give me the giggles.
Yeah, he bought one of those, and it's a hella sweet looking bike, man.
How'd you find out? I don't see it on his Instagram.
He's kind of dropped some things about it, and so I was like, "Did you get this bike?" And he was like, "I did," and I was like, "Send me some pictures," and he sent me some pictures. He got it.
That motherfucker.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I hope we get another one soon. That black one, it didn't stay on the floor very long, but a couple of days, it was gone.
Oh, I can't imagine. Those things that'd be flying out. the
So I
door.
wanted to do a YouTube video on it for the dealership and everything, and it was I barely even had time to get photos of it for the for inventory for the website.
And it was gone.
Did you guys have a black one, or did you have the white one?
With that black one, I showed you
Yeah.
is my
that you
photograph.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That fucking, it's the carbon, dude. I love
Yeah.
that fucking, what do they call that carbon?
Forged carbon.
Yeah.
Forged.
It's fucking,
You know, people are
carbon
divided
fiber.
on that carbon. I kind of like it.
I love
I
it.
mean, it's not the traditional looking carbon that carbon fiber you see people.
I like
putting
the
in.
idea that every piece is unique.
Yeah. So every bike would be different when
Yeah,
you when
every
you pull
bike
up.
is going to be different. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. With
almost like
those
you're getting
carbon
a one of
pieces, I
one,
think that's
yeah.
really sweet. For sure.
Hell's
No,
ass.
it's fucking cool.
Okay, so Tony, I got to ask you because this was one thing that I fucking Dave changed his name to Plug. Jesus Christ.
You ruined it, Ryan.
Who did that? You piece of shit. All right, Dustin.
Oh,
God, what was the over under? It was gonna last the whole rest of the episode.
Oh,
I was
well, if
messing-
Ryan could keep his mouth shut, it would have.
I wasn't paying attention. I was DMing
Plug.
Toby, asking him about his Fast Johnny.
Damn it. So Tony, let me ask you this because this is what I experienced. So, how long has it been since you legitimately have gone camping?
Fuck, dude, years.
Okay. So, did you come away from your first camping experience like, I'm like, I got to do that again?
Yeah, for sure. And I think it was cool because I had my boys with me,
Okay.
and it was something that we could all do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everybody enjoyed it, and everybody had a good time because, Jacob just turned 20, Sam's 18. I mean,
Yep.
all those, we're coming to an end of being able to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it was really cool to be able to go out and spend the weekend with them.
That was awesome. I read
Yeah.
I read a terrible statistic the other day, and it told me
boy.
that by the time your children are 18 years old, you've spent 97% of the time you'll ever spend with them in
Yeah.
their whole lives.
Yeah.
Oh my
exactly.
God.
Yeah. So that makes me sick to my stomach. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so,
I
you
guess
know,
that's true, really, because you move out and you start a life.
yeah,
and-
you're gone. I mean, my daughter Alex, when she's moved to Illinois, I mean, I've seen her probably 5 days in the last 6 months. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
you written her out of your will yet? For
Yeah,
not visiting?
she gets nothing.
She go.
There you go.
She gets
No, she already got everything. Goddamn it!
That's right.
There's nothing left to
He
take.
took it and left.
Yeah, it's
got
like
an
getting blood
education.
from a rock at this point.
Dad? What dad?
Yeah,
So you did. You came away with it like I got to go do that again.
yeah. And the Utah thing really has me. pumped up, man. I'd love to be able to like throw up camp right on the edge of one of those canyons,
Yeah.
That'd be
and
cool.
wake up in the morning with the canyon there.
Have a cup of coffee with the sun
Sipping
rising
Yeah.
on the
coffee
canyon.
and looking at the
We-
sun coming.
Yeah.
When you're going to Utah, are you guys going to what the fuck is the name of that place now? In
So
Utah?
there's the big, they call it the Big Five.
Okay.
So there's 5 national parks that
In
you hit.
Utah?
Yeah, in Utah. It
Okay.
takes you all the way down to Zion. I think
Yep.
Zion's the furthest one.
Okay.
So you hit all 5. And
Okay.
basically you could base it out of Moab if you wanted to
Okay. Yep.
and drive and do that, or you could just, travel to each one.
And you've never been to Utah, right?
Dude, I've never been. The furthest I've ever been west was when we went to the Ozarks for Hogs and Frogs.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here to tell you, Tony, you're going to be blown away by Utah. Utah, I'm here to. I'll say that. I'll go on record right now. Utah is one of the most beautiful states that I've ever been to.
It seems to be
in the United States.
the overlanding capital of the U.S. is what they call it.
Okay.
So, and I've never been to Colorado either. So I think Colorado.
What the fuck?
He just said he's never been further
Never
west
been.
than
I've
I
always been on
know,
the
but
East
it's
Coast.
just sad.
That's just
You
crazy,
gotta
man.
go.
As
He was
old
like,
as
I've
you
always
are,
been on the East Coast, and then when we've gone on like, vacations, we've gone to Puerto Rico and the Dominican. We went to the Caribbean. We never.
Well, that is something that most people don't get the chance to do.
So look what happened.
Mexico.
Tony headed west and he stopped in Uranus.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was the heat in
He's only made
Uranus.
it as far as
It was
Uranus.
that sweaty Uranus that hooked me.
Sweaty Uranus just hooked
That
you right in.
sweaty Uranus.
You couldn't get past it. You just
Couldn't
stuck
get
right
past it. I
Stay
just
there
kept
for a
thinking
couple
about
days.
it.
Drop the
I
kids
think-
off at the pool.
I think it was the must.
You must come back.
Yeah, that's definitely. I would agree with that. That's exactly the way that I felt after I hadn't been camping in more than 20 years, and I did it, and I was like, now I see. And it's not something that I would want to do every weekend for sure, but a couple times a season, camping. Just I don't know. There's something about that, like just cooking your food by the fire and just sitting there with your buddies or your family or whoever you're with, and just kind of chilling out and waking up on the ground. And it's I mean,
Well,
I say
will
that
say
waking up on the ground, I sleep on an air mattress, but
I will say that rooftop tent it's not ground sleeping. I
Right.
mean, it really is like a legit bed up there.
Yeah,
It's like
I
it's
get
like
that.
a bed at home.
so is that thing sealed up? So whenever you're like, if you were like driving in the desert that's all dusty and dirty, is your bed going to be all full of dust? then?
No, it's got I got a soft cover, so there's a soft rubber cover that zips around it that keeps it dry and it's dust proof. But they do make the hard, like a hard case, I guess you would call it, that they're a lot easier to set up. But I mean, you're going to
The soft ones are more comfortable, I've heard.
Sounds super kinky.
Well,
Yeah,
the hard
hard case
cases.
hurts.
I mean, it's a $4,000 ordeal for something like
Jesus.
that.
Dang.
They're expensive. Yeah.
Sounds like more expensive than motorcycling.
What
Yeah.
fucking drugstore do you go to?
Dude,
You paying that much for cover?
let me tell you, this shit's fucking crazy expensive.
Dude, I have the Tacoma Envy. I want to get one of those goddamn trucks.
This shit, I probably have more money in the accessories than I paid for the fucking truck.
You got a light bar on the top.
I
You know what
got,
I want? I want the truck from fucking Back to the Future that Marty has.
yeah, that little
That 85, whatever it
the
was.
85 Toyota.
That was a Toyota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
No,
Tonka
by the
toy
time you
truck.
get the suspension kits and the bumpers and the winches and the light bars and the fucking racks and
So, dude, you're into motorcycles, camera gear,
I haven't bought any camera
And
shit in a long time.
truck. No, because you're spending all your camera money on the truck. But
The fucking
those are
truck,
three expensive
the-
things, man, to be into.
I know the truck kind of just snuck up on me. I bought it because I thought it was cool, and then
I thought you bought it because you needed a work truck.
I did basically. I thought it was a cool work truck, and then I ran down the rabbit hole.
You didn't run. You fucking fell.
Yeah, I fucking fell down. I fell down the rabbit hole. It got to the point where my wife was like, "All right, you need to pump the brakes. Every time I come home, the front porch is stacked with boxes.
Yeah, you buy shit for a truck. It's not like a small little trinket box you get for your motorcycle.
No, I had fucking semis pulling up to the front of the house because shit had to come freight.
Guys coming with fucking pallets
Damn,
and two-wheel machines to bring it up to your front door.
You better stick a Cox Trim and Construction sign on the side of that fucker. Get some type of brake, man.
It goes to work. Oh, it's a work truck.
Yeah, the missus was like, Tony, sit down. We need to talk.
Yeah. It was.
Do you have a couch on the back of that truck like that?
No, I could get one though. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, the last thing I need is a refrigerator. That's the next thing I'm getting, then I'm done.
A refrigerator.
Yeah, 12-volt refrigerator fits in the back of the truck.
God damn it.
Jeez.
Do you have like the slide out containers too that are
It
underneath?
comes
in your
with
bed?
the slide out. So it comes with the slide out, and it's just like a cooler, except it's a fridge. So you don't have to put ice in it.
Do you have the other slide outs to like store all your gear underneath there?
No,
too? Do you
because
have a tent
I
on
keep
there?
it full of tools. So
Oh, sure.
you know,
Because it's a work
So you
truck.
go to work with a
Yeah.
camper in the back and your tools.
there's no camper on it.
Tent, fold up
Well, the
tent.
tent it folds down. It's only like 12 inches tall.
Do
when
trucks
it
even
folds
get sold
down.
with campers anymore?
Get one.
You can still buy those. They're pretty
That
good.
I know
motherfucker
you
look
can
like
buy
an
them,
ice
but they
cream
don't
truck
come-
when you're going down the road.
They don't come on them anymore. Though.
No,
No.
or
No.
toppers or anything. No.
Yeah, I remember the old Ragers used to have those.
No, I pull up to the job site. It's serious business between me and Jacob, both of us.
You guys are right from Kentucky now with your jacked up pickup
Oh,
trucks.
dude. Jacob's got so many lights on the front of his, it looks like the sun going down the road at night.
So did Sam bounce back and forth between the two trucks then, or did he say with Jacob?
He actually drove Jay's rig most of the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And Jay just sat in the passenger seat.
Jay just sat in the passenger seat and slept pretty much. I don't know how he did it because let me tell you what,
There ain't no
dude,
fucking way.
I was fucking puckered up so strong.
It's a white knuckle shuffle.
Oh, man.
There ain't no way I'd be sleeping during any of that. You
I
said
mean,
100
it
foot
was-
drop on your right. Nope. Wide
And
awake,
then when
motherfucker.
we crested, we're coming down and there's these big like ruts. You know what I mean? And it's muddy as shit. And he's just like, hit the brakes and slide into the ruts.
Are
And
they
I'm
ruts?
like,
Are they
dude, it's
ruts
a
or
fucking
roots?
goddamn drop.
Were they
And
ruts
he
or
goes, well,
roots?
you're gonna slide in, and it's gonna be like a roller coaster. You're just gonna ride the ruts down. And I was like, this is fucking great.
Okay, now how do you handle that? I mean, you can't get one speck of dirt on your
Dude,
bike,
you know,
but
let me tell you what, it is what it is.
you
I
muddy the
can't-
fucking your truck up like crazy.
The inside of my truck is fucking spotless, but the outside, it's already fucked up, dude. I mean, you know, because
You got scratches on it and everything.
yeah, because I mean, the trails are tight and fucking branches are rubbing on the side of your shit.
It's
and-
inevitable when you do stuff like that.
you know what I mean? It's you know.
Oh, because those are good things to have on a Tacoma, aren't they? If
I
it's all
guess.
scratched, if it's all scratched up, it means you actually did some legit shit.
Yeah.
That's what the guy kept telling me because, you know, every time we stopped, I'm out there with the rag trying to buff these fuckers out. You know what I mean?
He's like, these are beauty marks on a Tacoma.
That's what he goes. He goes, these are memories, man. I was like,
Hey, that's character building.
I was like, God damn it.
Do you buy them right? You don't buy them right from the dealer. You go to the aftermarket, don't you?
Yeah, no, all my shit's all aftermarket stuff, man. I mean, it's just like the motorcycle stuff. I mean, they're
Sure.
little companies and most of them are in Utah or Colorado and stuff like that. And, you know, most of it's all like that.
So you bought some shit from a dude that's just sitting around smoking weed, eating granola all day
Well,
long, and you
it's
bought
like-
it and
I
bolted,
found
bolted
that-
on your truck?
I found that the real serious shit comes from Australia.
Oh, well, I bet it does.
Yeah. So if you're like, when you get something from Australia, it's like the real deal shit. You know what I mean? Because those motherfuckers, you know, they've been doing this shit forever because they have to.
Right. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's the Outback.
Yeah.
What kind of
They've been-
mileage you get on that thing?
Well,
There's no way it's good.
I started out with about 19 or 20. And when
It's
I
about
jumped on the
9 now.
expressway to go, I was getting 13.2.
Oh, never mind. I'll stick to my car. I would get
Yeah.
40 miles a gallon.
Your mileage went down on the interstate.
Yeah.
Well, now that's
I'm
loaded up
carrying
with
a lot of
shit.
weight. I got a lot of
Yeah.
weight and a lot of stuff on, the roof rack, and there's all
Yeah,
kinds
but
of shit
wouldn't you
up top.
still be? I mean, it would still be lower around town than that, right?
No, I mean that's what I started out at on the expressway when I first got it.
No,
When I bought
gotcha.
it.
Okay.
Around town, I average actually about 16. On the expressway, I average a little less because of the wind drag. But I had to fucking rip the whole ass end out of it. I had to replace the leaf springs and everything.
Oh, damn.
Dude. Just
Because
like
it-
your bikes, man.
Well, it wouldn't hold the weight. So I had to
Jesus
replace
Christ.
all the leaf springs to compensate for the extra weight.
This motherfucker takes
Man,
a
you
brand
really
new
did
truck.
go
He just
on.
threw brand new pieces on the ground.
Oh, dude.
Have
Ripped
you
the whole
rebuilt the engine
suspension
yet?
out of it. Ripped the whole suspension, leaf spring, shocks, upper control arms, everything. It's gone.
Damn, dude.
Do you need a step ladder to get in that thing?
No. I only lifted it. I think it was 3 inches over stock.
But you still have to crawl up, right?
You got to get in it. You got to get in it.
me get in my truck.
You got to get in it.
Look like fucking Mario going up the ladder.
He probably got one of those ladders. He opens up the door and it just folds down right out,
Folds
right
down.
out of the truck, and he just climbs up the ladder and then it just folds right back up and he closes the door.
No, it's really not. It's not crazy tall because at the end of the day, it's still a mid-sized truck. So
Mamma mia.
We'll
Do you
see.
have to bring? Do you have like a big shovel and a pickaxe and everything else mounted on that thing?
dude, I have I know it sounds fucking crazy, but no, I got a box on top, a Rome travel case on top that has, recovery straps and shackles and fucking air compressor and patch kit and all that bullshit.
Jesus.
If you get stuck out there, you got to be able to get the fuck out.
Who do you use the shackles on?
Well, it all depends on who's out there. And they try to get away real quick. But no, you get soft shackles and snatch and tree savers and all kinds of shit up in there. It's a rig for sure.
I might be coming through Kentucky in April. I haven't finished planning my route out on this first leg here.
Well, you know where I'm at. I'll be here.
I do. I need to plot out where all my friends live because I'm on fixed income. I can't afford hotels, so
I got a room right here. Got a pull
On
out
the
bed
back
in
of
it.
your
You're
truck.
more than welcome to. Yeah, you can sleep in the truck too. I can set that tent up and get you set right up. Yeah, the neighbors love me these days.
You got the dog shitting in the front yard.
Oh man, we got fucking tents up, pitched in the front yard. Jacob's fucking truck was on goddamn jack stands with no tires on it.
Oh, man.
They love us now. We're really helping the property value around here.
And when we're in town, you got a bunch of bikers running.
Yeah, a bunch of bikers.
I never felt so bad, man, on a bike. I pulled into my son's place up in Pittsburgh the other day, and we were surprising the grandkids. We didn't tell them I was coming, but they love my motorcycle. So I got out in front of the house, and I'm like revving the engine so they can hear it inside. And out comes the neighbor, the little lady with her little tiny dog. that was like this.
Shaking like
She came over. She said, "I'm just checking to see what all the racket is." And little Timmy or whatever, the little scared. That dog didn't calm down the whole time she was out there chatting. I'm like, I am so sorry. So when I left at 6:30 the next morning, I rolled the bike down the street, walked it down before I started it up.
Man, you're way nicer than me. I'd have revved the piss
That was
out of that thing on my way out of town.
fuck. I had to call the garage door guy when Ryan left.
Yeah, you did.
He shook the fucking door loose, man.
I can't wait to do that here in a few weeks when my stage 2 goes in.
Oh yeah. So what are you doing, Dustin? I saw that in the text. So what talk to me.
It's the Screaming Eagle 447 torque cam.
It's gonna be badass, dude.
Yeah. Just a little more push is all I need.
Are you doing
That's what she
the
said.
pump and all that bullshit too, or
Yeah,
just the cam?
Doing the pump.
Yeah, you might as well. Once
You'll love that Screaming Eagle torque cam.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
had in the
that's-
Fat Bob. You're gonna like that.
That's everything I'm going to need, yeah. I know you were happy with it on your Fat Bob. We were talking about that in Kentucky back in 20.
So when are they doing that?
The 14th of March is scheduled.
Nice.
Yep. I'm ready for it, man.
Yeah, that's going to be cool, man.
Yeah, Vance and Hines makes it really easy, too, for that Stage 2 upgrade. They've already got it programmed in. All you just got to do is optimize map and then pick your cam and then boom.
It's going to feel, you're going to notice it right off the bat. I'll tell you what, I'm glad they did it good with the FP3 because the FP4, it's a fucking paperweight. I mean, that thing fucking sucks.
You don't have the right. You sent that back, didn't you?
No, you can't send it back.
You got the power. I thought it fucked the bike up, and you got the Power Vision.
No, I had to get the Power Vision because the FP4 sucked, but they wouldn't take it back.
They wouldn't take it back after your bike got fucked up.
No, once when you fucking plug it in, it's yours.
Well, that's some bullshit.
No, I got it down there. I use it to hold papers down on the desk. Because that's what it is a fucking paperweight.
Well, and I think Power Vision makes like a Power Vision 3 that's just like the FP3 that you can download maps to. It just doesn't have the screen.
Well, the PB3 is their old one, before they came out with this new one.
Yeah, I got the older one. I got the PB3. The only downfall, and it's not a downfall, it's a fucking fantastic tuner, but it's not as user friendly as the FP3.
Yeah.
I mean, it does more, and there's a lot more to it, but it's not as, let's just say it's not as polished. You know what I mean? I'd say the FP3 is like using an Apple product. And, using the Dynavision, the Power Vision's more of an Android.
Brittany, do you guys camp?
We haven't in a while. I do like camping though. The last time I went camping, let me tell you, I don't have all the shit that Tony's got. I have like a 3-person tent, and I think we have a blow-up mattress that still works. So sometimes we'll bring that. But I went down to Cumberland Falls, and that was really cool. Just we went on a day that was way too fucking cold, and we didn't have a heated blanket or any of that shit. So it was a little rough, but
it's nice.
It's super cool down there. Like, it's really pretty down there. And I didn't realize when you camp that the falls are loud enough that you can just sit there and like hear them the whole time. It was really cool.
Cumberland Falls is fucking pretty amazing down there too.
Yeah, I want to do some camping this year. I don't know. We'll see if we actually get to it or not, but
fucking Jay's got a diesel heater.
I bet he does.
He does. It's no shit, dude. It's about, I don't know, it's not very big. And you plug it into one of those power stations, and you crank that motherfucker up, and it runs all night, and you run like a fucking dryer vent to your tent.
So what does Jay have? Does he have a tent that comes out of his FJ?
He just had a regular like tent. He bought a motorcycle tent.
Oh, okay.
That has a vestibule that you could actually like park your motorcycle under.
Yep.
So he had that thing, but like this diesel heater, I mean, literally you set it outside and you plug it in, and it'll run like 12 hours on a gallon of gas. Okay. And it's like a dryer vent that runs out of it, and you just fucking stick it in your tent. And I mean, it was fucking hot in there.
Isn't it loud as fuck too?
No, doesn't make hardly any noise.
Well, that's good. Sometimes those generators like that are super loud.
No, this thing it's pretty tiny.
Nice.
But yeah, I was amazed at how well that thing worked. I was like, fuck.
Dustin, you gonna camp again this summer?
Yeah, me and Roger have been talking about going to the Ozarks. You guys keep talking like we're gonna get abducted or some shit.
Hey man, the Ozarks are fucking dicey. So there's a guy that I'm trying to get on there. He's a camping guy, car camp, an overlander in the Ozarks. He's a Jeep guy, but yeah, I mean I thought it'd be a good crossover because a lot of the gear's the same.
Yeah, I really I have lots of questions. I have lots of questions for these campers because the thing that I found with motorcycle camping is size, right? You really have to dial in the right products to fit on your bike so that you don't have too many things you don't need, but you have enough, creature comforts. It just depends on the person, because some people can go with less, and some people need more. So
Whoa, what are we talking about?
camping.
Yeah, no, there's that
Talking about
motorcycle travel channel. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that motherfucker's professional motorcycle camper.
Motorcycle travel channel.
Yeah, he's the dude that took the GS, like 20,000 miles or something.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I just watched. He dropped a new video. He hadn't had one for a while. He went down and he broke his wrist,
Oh, okay.
hit a deer or something. But he's out there now in a fucking van in a Trail 125.
You got to be careful
Really?
when you're punching deer, man. They'll snap your wrist in a heartbeat.
So he's
That's
like
some
driving to his destination now, camping in a van, and then trailing the 125 all day out on the trails.
Be fun.
Wow.
I want to go see this summer. Do a weekend and go see this in Southern
Where's
Illinois.
that?
Isn't that frogs and
No,
Hogs
this,
and
this
frogs?
Is, this is Jackson Springs, I think, in Southern Illinois.
That's nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of hiking out there. And then in the winter, it freezes, and the waterfall actually freezes from top of the rock all the way down to the pool.
Yeah, it's really pretty when that happens.
It's cool.
So Dave, I remember you did a video a while back about camping. Are your camping days over, or are you going to do some camping in retirement?
No. I had the camping gear out this morning when I was rearranging some stuff.
You had it out because you're moving it from one box to another, or
I was
you're thinking about doing some
reorganizing
camping?
stuff, and I thought, you know what, I need to go and do a little camping this summer. I think
Okay.
I got that big Agnes.
You got a big anus?
Yeah, that's what I call her. The big anus tent.
Big Agnes.
I got
It's
the
super-
big Agnes.
Yeah, it's a super cool tent. It's
I
actually
woke up and my Agnes was like the mouth of a tired dog.
yeah. No, it's made for bikes, right? To like
Yep.
bicycles to mount on your handlebars or your forks or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I can see where having a big anus would help with a
Yeah.
with a bike ride.
Yeah, no, actually, you need a small anus on a bike ride.
Oh yeah, maybe you're right.
If it's too big, that seat will go up there.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a super cool tent. Did a video on it a couple of years ago when I got it.
Yeah, I remember seeing that because you camped on wasn't it like a sand platform or something? Not a platform, but you were in a camping site where there was like a certain spot you had to set your tent up in, right?
KOA site. Walter.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
some friends went out too.
Yep, I remember that. I remember that.
Nice tent.
Yeah, I actually, when I first started, I bought I had a smaller tent, and it was too small for me. So then I went kind of the other direction, and now I have a mid-sized tent. So I have a tent that gives me enough room for my stuff and for a single person air mattress, because I can't sleep on the ground.
The
So
thing I really like about this big Agnes that I got is it's a 3-man tent.
yeah,
So
You got to come up with another name for that thing.
I didn't name it. But
I know you got to call it something else.
but it's nice because I got like a wide air mattress, and then all my gear and stuff fits down, like plenty of room and stuff in it. Then it packs down super tight.
yeah.
Small.
That's what I did too. I got a 3-person tent. That seems to be the right. A 3-person tent seems to be the right size tent for single person camping with all your motorcycle gear and your bags, and that way you
that's
can
what I
bring
got.
everything inside. I like to have a vestibule too, like on mine, where I can put my boots outside
Yeah.
and not have them in the tent. That's just, I guess, my preference. But because
This one
typically,
has that, but then you got to worry about all the shit that crawls inside your boots at night when you're not.
yeah. I mean,
Your big
it's
Agnes.
not. It's not true. Or that
You
that's
know,
pretty-
that big
that's pretty good.
Agnes, the thing holds a lot.
Yeah. Is that one of those is it an Alps tent or mountaineering, or what's the brand of that?
Who makes that? It's one of the big manufacturers. But the cool thing is just that it's so compact because it's ultra lightweight and it's made for
Is it made for
transporting on a
backpacking?
bike. You could take it backpacking, but it's really made to put on your bike.
Okay. Yeah, because I know that tends to be the popular thing for people that motorcycle camp a lot, is to get backpacking gear. That tends to be the stuff that seems to work best for motorcycles.
Oh,
Is it
actually,
because of the size.
actually, the The brand is Big Agnes. That's who makes it.
There's a brand called Big
yeah,
Agnes.
Big Agnes. Yeah,
It's
they make sleeping bags and everything.
But
Okay.
if you look at Big Agnes and then look,
I'm
at
not
their-
typing in
They
Big
put
Agnes
When you
on my
stare
phone.
down
I can tell
that,
you
when you
that.
stare down the eye of the Big Agnes,
Did they make
Look at
prison
the,
wallets, Tony?
look at their product line for bike packing tents.
Okay.
And it's the one I have is the Spur HV UL3.
Okay.
it
I
should
had
be your ass will never be sore when you roll with a Big Agnes.
I had to get a 0 degree sleeping bag because the regular like a 30 or 40 degree sleeping bag wasn't going to cut it for me, and so I actually use a 0 degree most of the season because that's just what works. But I haven't really camped in July and August. We do most of our camping that we've done motorcycle camping at the beginning of the season, so the nights tend to be a little bit cooler still.
Here's that picture of the falls when it's frozen.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Got a spot right there for your Big Agnes tent.
Right underneath the falls.
That motherfucker's frozen tight.
Yep.
That's what she said. Well, there you
Frozen
go.
up tight.
I think we found what I think we know what Tony's been up to besides
Yeah.
not having internet.
Oh, dude! I'll tell
Welcome
you
back,
what.
Tony.
I know. It's actually, I'm going to be honest. It was nice not having it. Coming home and not having any internet or any phone, it was kind of nice for a
Yeah,
while.
man.
Well, everybody had no choice. We had to interact. It was either that or sit there and look at each other. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
The
If
first couple of
nobody-
days are uncomfortable, then after that you just settled back into it.
Well, yeah, because you know how most people are. You're talking to people and they're holding their phone or look. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
Where
Yeah.
they're really they're there, but you really don't have their full attention. Well, when that's not an option.
Yeah.
So hang on. So you didn't just not have internet. You didn't even have cellular
No,
service?
I didn't have cellular service because I was running off of the internet that I had was 5G. It was the T-Mobile internet, which was my phone carrier. So what happened? There was a tower here that it went down. I guess the one that feeds my house.
Wow.
So it went down, and so we lost everything. We didn't have anything.
Wow. That'll learn you.
So did you
Yeah.
guys start a new rule? Do you come home now and put your phone in a basket when you get in the house?
Dude, I'll be honest. You kind of get to the point to where it's not that big of a deal now. Where before is I always had the phone with me. Now it's like, it just sits there, and I answer shit in the morning. Fuck it.
Nice.
But yeah, no, it was at first it was a lot, especially for Sam because he's a gamer.
Right.
So he went through serious withdrawals. He just worked. He kept asking for shifts at Publix.
There you go, making some extra money.
Well, Tony, welcome back, bro.
No,
We
I'm glad
missed
to
you.
be back. You wake up with that big anus.
Yeah. Yeah. It was awful lonely without you.
Glad to be. Yeah, I was excited today. I was like, "Ooh, I get to do the podcast tonight."
There you go.
You didn't know you'd be doing it with quite a celebrity like Big Anus over there, did you?
Big, it's hard to top Big
Fucker.
Anus.
God damn it. Dustin, you're a fuckhead, man.
That Big Anus.
I've been going fuckhead
You
a
know,
long time.
You have gone down. Okay. You've now started something. So
Oh yeah, this is
not going to be
something
good.
new.
This is not going to be good. If
Oh,
you guys want to know what we're talking about and you're listening on the podcast, go watch the YouTube version. And
you
just
get to
"Fuck
see
you,
Dave's
Dustin."
big anus.
Dick.
It's a lot.
That is a lot.
All right, everybody, reminder July 26th through 28th is 5 Dirty Bikers Meetup 2024 in Whitewood, South Dakota at the Iron Horse Inn.
And
People are
Iron
booking.
Horse Inn.
People are booking, bro.
They're booking it.
They
They're
are.
booking.
Yeah, we've got a lot of return people. We got a lot of new people, a lot of first timers for FDBM. I'm excited. I'm super excited.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you got to get a shirt. We'll have ordering info on the shirts out. I'm going to say soon, probably within the next 2 or 3 weeks
Yes.
is the goal. We'll be taking pre-orders for shirts. We'll let you know more on the podcast, on the YouTube channel, and on the 5dirtybikers.com website.
So book your trip now at ironhorseinsturgis.com.
So book your shit.
Book it.
Stay away from Dave and this big anus.
Not taking the tent with me on this trip, bro.
No?
Nope.
Huh.
Nope.
That's good. That's good. And if you guys continue to enjoy the podcast and you feel like you want to support us further, you can always buy merch right from our website, www.5dirtybikers.com. If you want to support us even further than that, you can always become a member of Patreon. There's many different levels that you can join. And if you join at the top tier, the people who like shit tier, you'll be entered every for our quarterly drawings. And obviously everybody gets the top 2 tiers get backstage passes. So once a month, you get to come on and join us 30 minutes before we record and hang out with us before we record a podcast. And, obviously you have early access. I usually post the podcast 2 days before everybody else gets it. So,
and speaking of giveaways for that top tier, our Q1 giveaway will be in the 1st of April.
There you go.
And you're not going to want to miss it.
You could give away a hiding place, your big anus. Hide those eggs in there.
You guys suck.
See, like,
you know that?
we could use,
you're all a bunch of fucking
we
assholes.
could just break Dave over and he could be a human cornhole board.
I think Tony, since he's back now, should read us out tonight.
All right.
Oh, you fuckers. I forgot what the podcast is even called. What is this we're doing? The big anus TED Talk. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you tuning in and listening to this bullshit that we do every week at the 5 Dirty Bikers podcast. And the thing you need to do is go buy some fucking merch. It's very important to buy some merch.
Very, very important.
But no, seriously, we appreciate everybody tuning in and listening to us every week. That's all I got.
Dude, you got to knock the rust off, bro.
I do. I'm very rusty.
Thanks, Michael Landon.
I'm rusty. I can't quit thinking of the big anus. It's throwing me off. The big Agnes is just